Hi, this is Irina Slutsky for Geek Entertainment Television, and I'm here with James Au, aka Hamlet, which is his avatar's name in Second Life. And can you tell us what you do for Second Life?
Basically, I am the embedded journalist. I go in the world as an avatar called Hamlet Au. I wear a white suit in tribute to Tom Wolfe, and I interview the residents and see what they're building, what they're creating, what kind of conflicts they're having, what kind of passions they have, and write about it on a blog called New World Notes, nwn.blogs.com.
And how many people are in Second Life right now?
Right now, it's about 155,000.
Wow. So I'm going to have to say, what, they don't have a busy enough life that they need a second life?
A lot of them want different parts of their life to show up in Second Life that they don't have the opportunities to show in the real world. Like, a lot of our top fashion designers are generally women that are, like they're homemakers or, they're at home taking care of their kids, but they're really talented. They create fashions in the world and they sell it. And because you can sell it for Linden dollars, which is the in-world currency, and convert it to US dollars, you can actually make a living at it. And a lot of the top ones do that.
So they make pretty fat Lindens?
They make fat Lindens.
How many would you say?
The top one that I've heard, she makes about $60K a year.
60,000 Lindens a year.
60,000 US a year.
That's like 3 times more than what I make.
Me too, pretty much, yeah.
And 60,000 times more than what GETV makes.
Could be, yeah.
So I don't understand, how does she sell her stuff?
Well,
she sells it to other avatars?
Yeah, well, basically, I think she started small. This, Nephilim Protagonist is either one of the top ones. Mistress Midnight's another one. Amy Weber. They've just basically created cool shit. They were making cool stuff for themselves, and they show up in the world very much like a viral marketing thing. They show up in clubs, nightclubs and stuff are really popular, or just hanging out, and people say, wow, I like what you're wearing. I'd like to wear something like that. And eventually it becomes a business. Like, they can start selling stuff. And then they have,
Is everybody like a size 6 in there? I mean, there can't possibly be.
The avatars tend to be a bit, in better shape than people are in the real world, though. It varies. There's larger avatars. And then there's avatars that look nothing like anybody. There's like a lot of furries that are dressed up like cartoon animals and stuff. A lot of robots and stuff. So, I don't know what size robots wears, but, it's like,
And I understand you're writing a book.
I'm writing a book. That's kind of the deal. I was a contractor for Linden Lab for 3 years, writing the blog. They paid me to write the blog.
And Linden Lab is a developer of Second Life.
Right. Yeah, so they hired me to be the embedded journalist, and I was writing the blog, and it got to the point where it was like, well, let's turn this into a book. And they said, well, let's give you the IP rights to the blog, and you can go out and take it to the book. Yeah, make it a book.
So what are some things that you've done inside of Second Life that you couldn't have done in real life? Fly.
Well, you can fly in Second Life. I think as a reporter, you get way more opportunities because I'm the reporter guy, so I can meet people that it'd be difficult for me to be in real life. So, one day I'll meet a guy who in real life is a Special Forces commando, and he blew his kneecap off from a mine, and so he's at home and he becomes a casino operator, and he uses that to make a real life because the VA won't give him full benefits because he can still kind of walk. A woman in Canada who in her real life is homeless, and because she's a real brilliant hacker, she's able to dumpster dive and find computer parts near a computer shop and put it together, and she's squatting in an apartment building. And she's
inside Second Life.
She owns a mansion in Second Life, and she's a celebrity and kind of really powerful, very well-known, well-loved resident. Her name is Catherine Omega. I wrote about her right in the beginning in 2003, and she was doing amazing stuff. And then I was interviewing her, and she said, yeah, actually, I'm homeless in real life.
Wow. Homeless in real life, owning a mansion in Second Life.
I'm in a William Gibson novel is kind of the thing. I stop and check myself and say I'm in a Gibson novel, and I'm doing this and I'm getting paid to do it. So like another example, I meet a woman. Her name is Snake Kiss Noir. In real life, she tells me she's a sex worker in the Japanese sex industry, and she does bukkake and kind of the whole gamut of Japanese stuff. And in Second Life, she goes in and she creates really beautiful Japanese gardens, and then she created a recreation of Hiroshima after the nuke hit.
I have enough trouble with my first life to make a second life for myself, but we look forward to seeing your book come out and see what else is going on.
Check it out.